All right. So I'm going to get into this, okay? Peace, 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 wellness, progress, creating a beautiful legacy. I am the legacy building lady, aka Ash, past life regressionist, subconscious consultant, tarot consultant, all the beautiful things, okay? And I want to share with you about the shadow side of my growth journey, okay? The shadow side of it. So, um, I've been sharing throughout the course of creating content aspects of my journey, and I really came online, shout out to June 5th, 2025. Been online before that, and I want to challenge you. If you haven't observed my content, I actually have different accounts, but Legacy Building Lady is what we're building up now, but there's also Wealthy and Winning. And one of the biggest transformational aspects of my journey was my voice, how I communicate. People who were around me prior to the transformation noticed a difference in my voice, like the tonality, like something had been lifted off of me. And so now I express, ooh, nature loves me so much. Ooh, nature loves me. Ooh, nature loves me so much. And I love nature, okay? Yes. But but my communication has really evolved, and I'm grateful for that. However, it's important to me as a person assisting clients and just being on this path as a fellow being to share all aspects of my journey that I feel are relative to my work. And one of the biggest things that was lifted off of me was guilt and shame. And one of the sources of that guilt and shame is how I'm showing up now as a mother. And to give context, no, in no way, shape, form am I a bad mother. However, I'm not showing up as the mother that, in a way that the world or society says I should show up as a mom. And it's not because I don't necessarily want to do those things. Meaning the biggest disconnect has been my finances and me being able to be a provider for my daughter the way that I wanted to. And that weighed heavy on me, and it still does, but without being a weight. More so, it inspires me to really stay the course on my journey and share this aspect of my journey. And in no way, shape, form am I a victim, okay? No way, shape, form am I a victim, okay? And I'm creating this particular piece of content to be a spokesperson, I guess you could say, not, but a spokesperson for this type of thing, because I feel like I'm not alone. I'm not the only person that has a child that they love dearly. However, for reasons due to traumas, things that may have happened that may have energetically blocked you, you've been working really hard to evolve and shed these things so you can show up in your full capacity and align with currency flow, money, however you want to refer to it. But I wanted to come on here and talk about that because it's important that I share that. And like I said, not just for me, but really for others who may be on the same path. You may be somebody's mom, you may be somebody's father, you may be somebody's son, daughter, and for some reason, and I get it, I don't really hear anyone talking about it. I mean, from my exposure and experience and in doing this work and just being around, even in my own family, no one ever talks about like personal growth, development, or healing. We talk about people and what's wrong with them, but we don't talk about like how can we help them, how can we support them, how can we be there for them. That's a different thing, and that's something I want to help people to shift into, really showing up for your family, especially the ones like myself. I would love to think and like to think the people that know me know I'm not intentionally attempting to, not be there in the ways that, I want to be there for my daughter, but it's some things that I'm navigating through, that I'm working through, and I'm actively working through it to really better myself and show up for her the way I want to. And it's important that we rally around these people, whether it be your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. And when I'm speaking to this, I'm speaking to people who are actively, honestly, earnestly working on themselves, and you know it. Like, you have some evidence that they're working on themselves. They're not just saying some shit. They're really working on themselves. They're investing the time and energy to truly better themselves. And that's something to be celebrated. That is something to be honored. Not looking at them or casting them aside, shunning them, making them feel like an outcast. You should celebrate them. You should rally around them, embrace them. Ask them, how can you support them? Now, on us, we're grown too, and that includes myself. I'm working on getting better at voicing this too and opening up, because just to be transparent or, authentic in my communication and sharing, I don't necessarily have a harmonious, happy, joyful relationship with certain people in my family. And I gather a lot of them feel certain ways about me, say things about me. But again, these same people saying these things about me, probably likely, because they're not saying them to my face, behind my back, or feeling this way about me, they're not reaching out to me to see how they can support me. And again, they don't have to do that. I can also speak up for myself, but I want to give context to this because I think that's important. In all communities, at the same time, I'm kind of speaking to people within the indigenous, autochthonous, black, melanated, we use a lot of different words to refer to ourselves, but that community, I feel we can do better in showing up for ourselves. And I'm also going to add in here, as I'm having this conversation, making sure that if you are someone struggling with something, that you really pause and reflect on what's causing that. What's causing you to not show up the way you want to show up? What is hindering you? What is holding you back? Really sit with that. And of course, you can reach out. Like, I have a beautiful tribe of people. We do regression work, subconscious work. Shout out to our mentor, Q Reeves. He is freaking phenomenal. He's done thousands of these regressions and really helped to make incredible impact internationally in many different communities, not just ours. So definitely want to celebrate him and his work, and him offering us the opportunity to learn it, because it's a beautiful path, it's a beautiful journey, it's a beautiful work. And like I said, it's been incredibly transformational for me. But yeah, mainly talking about here, again, shedding light on my journey and how I feel in our culture we can be better about actually showing up for our people, not casting them aside, not making them an outcast when they have different things going on, especially when they're showing up to actually do the work, to work on themselves, to make sure that they're improving, whether it be addictions, whether it be abuse, whatever the situation may be. If they're actually investing the time and energy to better themselves, ask yourself, how can you show up for them? How can you support them? Reach out to them. Let them know you're proud of them. Let you know that you're grateful for them, and that you love them and you care about them and you want to see them overcome whatever it is that may be hindering them. That's huge. That can be the extra edge they need to really get over whatever hump or humps they may have. So yeah, be that light for them, be that support for them, and be that support for yourself. If you recognize you have something going on that's hindering you, that's holding you back, that's limiting you, that's like a cloud over you, feelings, if you're feeling guilty and shameful about it, something, reach out, talk to someone, get professional help, reach out to someone like me, someone like Q Reeves, and there's others that you can reach out to, just to really get support and guidance on your journey, because this is important. These are important times, more you work on yourself, the more you make sure you invest time and energy to heal, with healing from a subconscious level, healing aspects of your, we'll just say you're healing your nervous system. There's a lot of trendy catchphrase things out there, and I love all of it, because sure, people have their different perspectives of what and whatnot, but in reality, it's all about doing the work. And whatever tools, whatever resources that you choose to use, that you align with, just do the work. Do the work. And my cry out right now is for those who know you and that know that you're doing the work to rally around you, give you the energy necessary to really evolve, to really get better, and show up for you as a support, and not just talk about you behind your back, make smart comments, act like you're not, you're subpar, like you're not even a human being. It takes real courage. It takes real confidence to actually admit and own up to having these challenges. It's not easy, and it's not comfortable by any means, but the reality is, when you actually make the time to pause, be still, become aware, and really start doing the work to evolve and get better and heal these aspects of yourself, to cleanse these different energies that may be going on within yourself, to organize these energies that may be going on within yourself, it's incredibly transformational, not only for you, for your loved ones, for you, and for generations to come. Because a lot of these things that are hindering us and holding us back didn't just start with us. It didn't just come with us. It was here earlier in our bloodline, earlier in our lineage, and it's up to us. It's up to us to do the necessary work to set our lineage free, to set our bloodline free, to make sure that going forward, this is no longer a thing. Like poverty, what is that? Molestation, what is that? That no longer exists in our lineage, in our bloodline, that we're stepping up to the plate and we're doing the necessary work to heal these things. And disclaimer, I'm just using those as examples because I'm aware in our communities, these are some things that, again, create a lot of guilt and shame that people don't speak about, that they feel apprehension of speaking out about. But it's necessary for us to talk about these things, to shed light on these things, to take these things out of the shadows, shine light on them, so we can really work together to evolve and heal and move past these things. So, again, shout out to those doing the work. I love you. I'm rooting for you. I know you can do it. I know some days are easier than others, but stay the course. Stay motivated. Stay connected to those that support you. Yeah, and reach out to someone like myself that can support you if you need a professional, because there's so many, and I'm so grateful. I've connected to a lot of great people and resources that can support people on these types of journeys, so I'm really grateful for that. And shout out to the school platform, because that's where I've met a lot of the people, in addition to my original regression tribe. But yeah, let's do this work. Let's do this work, and let's support those who are doing the work. Stop shaming these people. Stop casting these people aside. Stop talking about these people behind their backs, acting like they just this, they just that. I don't know, y'all. You know what you're saying about these people, because you know who I'm talking to. If you know who I'm talking to. If you're doing it, you know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. So yeah, let's support these people. Let's rally behind these people. Let's give them the energy that they deserve. In their journey, because it takes a lot of courage. And I know I keep saying that, but it's true. It's not easy to own up to some things, and especially if you've been holding on to them really tight for a very long time. Sometimes you need support to let those things go. That's why professionals like myself exist. Like I said, my mentor Q Reeves, and so many more amazing people that can support you in your journey. So in case you haven't tapped in with me before and you didn't catch the front end of the video, I am a past life regressionist, tarot consultant, subconscious consultant, and coach. And I am here to support you, help you, guide you on this type of journey, because I'm on this journey myself. You are not alone, and there's others doing this work too. But I just want to shout out those who are doing the work. And again, to you all's loved ones, show up and encourage them. Let them know that you're there and that you see them and you're proud of them. That makes a difference. Okay? So that's all I got for this particular piece, and I'm grateful and honored for this opportunity, this platform, to be able to come on here and have the opportunity to speak on this subject matter. I'm incredibly grateful and honored for the opportunity, and until the next video, peace.